Hey nerdlings, Nick Lotus84 back with another episode of Asagao Academy with UltimateCarl.
Hey.
And when we last left off, Mai, being the sweetheart that she is, bought all kinds of new furniture and decorations and totally pimped out our room. And now she's talking about going to get ice cream. So this has been a beautiful first day. And we met our senpai, Shane. The school shop was in a side building off the cafeteria, packed with instant noodles and giant bottles of soda. Students wandered the aisles aimlessly, clearly here more to spend time than money. Mai paid the cashier, and we grabbed our ice cream cones, mine the one covered in sprinkles. Oh, she got Jimmy's. Whoa, this is delicious!
Isn't it? We're lucky to have such good food on campus. This place would be awful if we didn't.
I nodded and was about to respond when I noticed a commotion outside.
Ooh, let's see what's going on.
Mai grabbed my arm and dragged me outside. There, 3 boys wearing normal boots jackets were shouting at each other, each of their faces turning purple.
This again.
What are you talking about? I am clearly the one who possesses the proper masculine form.
God. Yeah, right. I'm taller than you and more attractive to boot. So they are bringing height into it again.
Come on, guys. Can you not see these muscles? Nick pulled back the sleeve of his jacket and flexed his arm.
These guys always go on about weird stuff like this. They're very energetic.
Oh, yeah? Josh got into the downward-facing dog yoga pose and grinned. What the hell?
He's presenting himself, I guess.
Oh, gosh. Are they competing for JonTron's love, too?
Yes, assume the position.
Look at this butt. Just look at this.
Okay, we're not off.
Girl, look at that body.
What I don't understand is why don't just ask Jared.
Oh, is Jared the authority on pretty men? Because he's the
guess
prettiest? So. Oh, yeah? Paul kneeled low to the ground, then took off at a sprint, heading straight for us. I don't remember whose voice we ended up doing.
I mean, if they're all complaining or competing to be the epitome of manliness, then
Yes.
at least one of them should be the Duke.
Check this out! He sprang into the air in a graceful ballerina's leap, spinning through the sky, and finally came straight for me?
I'm gonna take you out.
When I opened my eyes, I was sprawled flat on the ground, covered in dirt. Something cold and wet oozed into the top of my blouse.
Whoa.
Oh no!
Hana, are you okay?
I sat up. Chunks of ice cream fell from my blouse to my skirt.
Oh, okay. This was the ice cream.
Ugh, what happened? You ran into someone, you idiot. I'm sorry. Which one was that?
Go ahead.
Is that Nick?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, you be Nick. I'm sorry. I think I was doing my Josh voice for Nick.
You ran into someone, you idiot.
Nice. My uniform. It's ruined. For a few seconds, silence. And snickers rippled around me like the whining of cicadas. Again with the cicadas.
Yeah.
My throat closed up, water stinging my eyes. No. Not this. Not again.
Is this common? Does she spill ice cream on herself in public a lot?
I guess. I don't know. Oh, I stood up, prepared to walk away with dignity, when the entirety of the Normal Boots Club suddenly appeared in front of my face.
What's up?
What happened here?
Seriously? Tears slid down my face. No, not here! I didn't want to cry in front of them.
Hey.
Hana, are you alright? I haven't decided on a voice for most of them yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm going home.
Wait, Hana.
It's fine. I just want to be alone for now. Oh my god, and the crying voice track is so heartbreaking. It took all of my will not to run back to the dorm. I immediately changed into my pajamas and climbed into bed, reaching for my stuffed rabbit.
This game is just white girl problems. Hashtag, like, the game.
Totes. What am I going to do if this... What am I going to do if this ends up just like last time? Mr. Bunny stared at me with his big, lifeless eyes. I squished him to my chest, losing myself in his soft fur.
See, now we need Mr. Bunny root.
The door opened with a soft click.
I mean, we've got a robot bird, so I don't see why we can't make a robot bunny.
Yeah, why not?
Hana, are you okay?
I rolled over in bed to face the wall, pretending to be asleep. Mai stood in the center of the room for a while, looking at me. If you have your back to her, how do you know that?
She could feel her presence.
She could feel her eyes on her, and that's another reason that Hana and Mai is OTP.
Soulmates. Yep.
OTP.
True endgame.
Yes. Finally, she sat down at her desk and began to work on something. What would be the best thing ever? Would be if you could play through all the dudes, and then after playing through all the dude playthroughs, you finally come to the realization, oh, Mai is the one I should be with.
True end.
Yes. The sound of her pencil scratching against the paper stilled my mind. I don't know how many hours passed, but eventually I fell asleep. I woke up to my alarm beeping, feeling only dread of the hours to come. After the nightmare that was the ice cream incident yesterday, I never wanted to take another step out of my room. I curled up inside my blankets, as my alarm went off. It was only the second day of school, and I felt the same as I did every morning at home.
Covered in ice cream.
Wow, that's a weird feeling to have every day. Mai, of course, was already up, and I could hear her hair straightener clap shut every few seconds from across the room. I felt bad about letting the alarm go off for so long, so I slid my hand out of the covers to switch it off.
Hana? Hana, get up, sleepyhead. I know you're awake.
I didn't even have time to poke my head out before Mai's body slammed into the edge of my mattress, bouncing me up.
Ooh.
She jumped from almost halfway across the room.
Morning.
Ha! You can't hide from Mai.
No, I can't. Sorry. I was breathless, and I paused to calm my heart before speaking again.
Are you worried about what happened yesterday? No one cares about it, Hana. I almost forgot about it myself until I brought it up.
Yeah, I was going to say she totally wouldn't have brought it up then. She must have seen my face. She brought an arm around my shoulders and pulled me closer to her.
For real, though. We're gonna go to class, and no one's even gonna mention that you made a huge fool of yourself yesterday.
Actually, Paul made a huge fool of her.
Yeah.
You could have put that better.
I'm kidding. It might have been a big scene, but it totally wasn't your fault. It was Paul, alright? When you jump, you have to calculate your trajectory, like I did just now.
And on top of everything else, she's smart. Why can't we romance her?
You could learn a lot from a master like me, a master of jumping.
Master of trajectory. Physics major, maybe?
Get dressed and cheer up. I could bottle up your gloom and sell it to a wizard. What if he used it for evil?
Oh gosh.
You can't let that happen, Hana.
You should write fiction. You have a very active imagination, Miss Mai. Her smile was wide enough to bridge a gap between continents. The beginnings of tears pricked the back of my eyes, but this time they were for a different reason. I opened my closet and tried to avoid looking at the sad lump of clothing inside, slathered with dried up ice cream. I only had 2 uniforms, which cost my dad an entire month's salary. If I wasn't able to get the stain out of this uniform, what would I do? Sighing, I took my second uniform off its hanger and slipped it on as Mai waiting impatiently for me. I guess that's supposed to mean as Mai waited impatiently for me.
Ready to go?
I guess so.
Good.
Just as Mai said, no one paid any special attention to me. Well, there were a few odd looks here and there, but nothing nearly as bad as what I was expecting. As the lecture went on, my anxiety for the most part faded. I took to staring out the window to avoid eye contact. A few boys were out on the field playing soccer. Wait, is that PBG? I scooted closer, trying to get a better look. Hana. At the sound of my name, I leaped to attention. If there's something more interesting outside than samurai death battles, please feel free to enlighten us. You came here to learn, not to contemplate the scenery and check out the cute boys playing soccer outside. Yes, Miss Shizuka, I'm sorry. She turned back to the chalkboard and continued her lecture as if nothing happened.
Samurai death battle.
A few desks in front of me, a guy sitting next to Brutal Moose turned around and gave me a flashy thumbs up.
Yeah, I like checking out PBG too.
Everybody does. Everybody is all about either some PBG or some JonTron in this game. I made a face at him, unsure of what exactly he expected me to do. Then Ian turned around and socked him on the head.
These guys get a little shafted in the title.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're Hidden Block, which, I mean, I think they do a
So
little
they're
bit of
hidden
work.
from the title.
Yeah. But they do a little bit of collab stuff with normal boots. I don't know. This may be inaccurate, but I don't know. My impression was kind of like they're almost like the normal boots guys, like Padawans or something. I don't know. The other guy mumbled something to him, probably apologizing. By the way, that's not meant to be an insult of the Hidden Block guys. I just have a feeling that like the normal boots guys kind of serve as a mentors to them sometimes.
I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, I just don't want to inadvertently insult somebody. Ian's eyes slid to me for a brief instant. I think he's got a root, but I don't know if any of the other normal boots guys, Hidden Block guys do. Then he looked.
They all do. Like, why did you include them then?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a secret route, but I think that the secret route is one of the Hidden Block guys. Then he looked away. Were they looking at me because of what happened yesterday, or was there some other reason? Well, the teacher just yelled at you for checking out PBG out the window.
Yeah.
I shook my head. There wasn't time for this. Ain't nobody got time for that. I had work to do if I wanted to keep my scholarship. After pages and pages of notes on Japanese history, it was nearly time for lunch. Okay, everyone is almost free to go. The work tonight isn't so hard, so don't grumble. You should work together to complete it if you have a hard time. Also, as you may be aware, the Flower Festival is coming up in a week and a half.
Flowers.
This news was met with a few cheers as everyone started to pack up. Since you have the day of the festival off, our first exam will be the day before. There were no cheers this time. Romance is wonderful. Believe me, I know. But try not to let the festival distract you, okay? That's all. See you tomorrow. Miss Shizuka flashed a peace sign and winked as she walked out the door. What a weird teacher.
She's the cool young teacher.
And now we are at lunch, and we will pick up on this lunch period in the next episode. Until next time, thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Later.